Okay, yeah. So let me just quickly do an overview on the token sale because I know there has been lots of fanfare. So let me share my screen. Just give me 1 second here to pull it up. So this is Avalanche. So Avalanche, or AVA is called by AVA Labs, or AVAX is the token name. So they're doing their token sale on July 8th, and there has been lots of excitement around it. Now we have done the full in-depth review on tokenmetrics.com. So just go there to go through the fundamentals of the technology. This right now is just really just kind of doing a high level overview on the project. And honestly, I myself, I was very impressed by their white paper. That part, I cannot lie. I was reading the white paper at almost midnight, about 2 days ago. And I was planning to just kind of skim through it, but I cannot put the white paper down. Like, that's how good the white paper was. It was very good. Great explanation of their technology while being technical, but not too technical, kind of still keeping things very high level, simple for somebody who has some experience in crypto to be able to understand. So, I mean, from a technology standpoint, we think it's pretty good technology. Go to Token Metrics to view the full technology score. Fundamentals wise, it's still pretty early, but that's normal for any pre-market or private token that hasn't launched yet. So there isn't really liquidity. You don't know what exchanges will have this listed. Most people I know who are investing are pretty much speculating. They're pretty much gambling, essentially, right? They're basically assuming that somebody else will buy their bags in a few days or in a week or so, right? Because there's so much hype and FOMO around this project. Now, with that being said, though, I have watched the videos. I've seen 2 or 3 videos by Emin, I believe is how it's pronounced, and he does a great job really explaining. He does a great job in terms of explaining the technology. The main concerns we have, though, at a high level, the token sale. So if we go here, early investors are getting it at 33 cents, while for anybody out there who wants to get it with no lockup, it's about 85 cents. But it's not too bad because you do have the option to get it at 50 cents versus 33 cents. So the discount is not too bad. But at this point in time, having tokens locked up is a concern to anybody who wants to invest into something pre-market. So right now, we'll still take the stance that investing into IEOs, ICOs, so actually this is technically an ICO because it's not happening on an exchange, which begs the question, are ICOs back? I mean, because in the last few weeks, we've been seeing a lot more public sales, and we all thought token sales were pretty much dead, but it looks like they're trying to make a comeback. I'm not sure if it's partly because of the whole DeFi movement and trend, but it is pretty exciting to see. So I definitely do recommend that people go out there and just kind of look into this. The main concern we do have, however, the team is pretty young. Pretty much, so I would say pretty much almost everyone on the team comes from academia. They're basically academics who haven't really shown too much traction or experience in the business world. So that is a concern. I would say probably half of the team or more were students at Cornell, which is where Emin is from as a professor. Now, Cornell is known for having a great computer science department. But it is kind of concerning when people are basically grad students who are now working with the project and haven't really shown much career experience. But outside of that, though, white paper is great. Definitely worth keeping an eye on your watch list. That's kind of my take on that. Bill, any comments in terms of token sales and what's kind of been trending recently?
Well, just one quick one. When a bunch of, say, students and professors can put some decent technology together and then do an ICO, it may be a sign that there's a little bit of, say, the word in markets that we use is froth, right? Meaning people may be getting too excited and they may be taking advantage of kind of a FOMO mentality. That's what I think of when I'm listening to your story that you just told.
Yeah, so somebody's asking, is this a DeFi project? No, so this is a blockchain. Now, one thing I will give them, so to kind of explain the technology without getting too technical in it, they definitely do have a very interesting way of trying to scale blockchains. So what they do is they they let people create other blockchains on their blockchain. So it's kind of like an interoperable blockchain in a way. So you can have one, you basically have the main blockchain on top of it, which is the Ava Labs blockchain. Then, but you can have other networks. The term they have for it, what's the term? I'd have to go back in the white paper, but they do have something. They have other subnets, I think it's called, of blockchains that can be totally different consensus mechanism. So you could have proof of work consensus. You could have proof of stake. You could have hybrid. So each person who opens a new subnet has an option of choosing their own consensus, which is pretty cool. So it's kind of like an internet of blockchains in a way. And they claim they're able to basically check all the boxes, as most new blockchain products claimed it. Right? They're basically claiming they're the best thing since sliced bread. Now, it definitely did catch my eye on a technology standpoint. So definitely worth keeping an eye on. But I don't have any plans to invest at the moment. But I do know some people who do. All right. But tell us what you think. Do you plan to invest in Ava Labs? Do you think the project shows promise, or are you just done with token sales, public sales, and you plan to just wait until things are trading? Tell us down in the comments below.